Welcome back to the Watchtower Film Podcast, the film review podcast on the Towercast Network by Cinephiles, for Cinephiles. Today, we start the podcast on a much somber note than we'd usually start on the sudden, tragic, untimely news of Rob Reiner and Michelle Reiner's death. This is saddening, to say the least. This is a director who, whether he's a filmmaker's or cinephile's favorite or not, he impacted cinema in a way most people probably haven't processed yet, in terms of range, in terms of what films touched popular culture, which films, influenced everything that came after it. And he did that for a few different films and genres and just stuff like that. And just Rob Reiner was, by all intents and purposes, one of the best directors to ever touch a camera. And we are really saddened by the news. And somebody asked me earlier if we were doing this episode in poor taste, or like, oh, you guys are doing it because of the death. It's like, no, we actually planned to talk about this film months before.
If you look at because we usually plan these out months ahead of time, that we try to get all of our picks and everything, so we just show up and do our recordings. Right. And it was always known that at the end of the year, we wanted to end with When Harry Met Sally, and very poor coincidence that just was it Sunday that we were doing our last recording? We were doing our last recording right before this one, and then we had gotten the news, and it was just crazy. It was crazy to think that it was just going to be that he was our next episode and everything. So extremely saddened.
The initial news we get is him and his wife have been found dead in their house. And it kind of stayed there for a little bit until the rumors started spreading.
And I think originally the first news that you heard was just somebody found dead in their house.
Yeah,
and then
somebody like a couple, an older couple.
And then it was like, oh, that's odd. And then later on it turned out to be them. And as the details go on, it just gets sadder and sadder. But
the initial thought that came to my mind was Gene Hackman. You know, him and the kind of suspicious nature of their death, him and his wife. And I'm like, oh, man, it's maybe something like that happened. And again, you hear somebody like this dies, and you think, well, they're older. Hopefully they had they died in their sleep, or just, something.
They had a healthy life, yeah.
But it wasn't the case. It turned out, as the news unrolled, that their life was taken. And I don't want to get into the gruesome details of their death for this. However, I just want to note, we all want to note the importance of this man's life and career, and his wife too. His wife was his producer for The Better Half. In fact, they met on the making of this film that we're going to talk about. And both incredible filmmakers and components to cinema since inceptions of their careers, and it's a very sad thing. However, unless you guys want to note anything else on the sad front, I want to transition to a happier beat, because it's what this man's cinema made us feel, and I think he would want people to celebrate what cinema became after he got involved with it.
Absolutely.
And he really did, after, not just on the directing front and writing front, but on the producing front. You can go to his credits. I mean, things from Seinfeld to Good Will Hunting. He had Good Will Hunting before Miramax had it and stuff like that. I mean, Castle Rock Entertainment is a huge thing. It's always been a huge thing. And Rob Reiner and Michelle Reiner will be deeply missed.
I was also going to add that, I mean, for people who aren't avid cinephiles or key in directors, whether or not you knew Rob Reiner, you definitely knew his work. I mean, I feel like films like this, When Harry Met Sally, were in everybody's shelves. Things like Spinal Tap, things
The Princess Bride, Stand By Me. I mean, Misery.
You've seen his work. You've quoted his movies at least once. We're here to continue the podcast as a celebration of his work and everything that he does. And we're glad that we could be talking about this film. And,
he's known for Bewitched.
Yeah.
Nora Ephron.
Stand By Me.
Wrote Bewitched.
Okay.
That's the screenwriter of this film.
Okay.
Rob Reiner, as Kevin Smith, alumni of the podcast, would say, a big bucket of when it came to his life.
Nice.
And I truly believe that, and we truly believe that, and we're here to celebrate his work with a film that happens to be my favorite of his entire filmography, and for good reason. But again, we just wanted to make that note that it is with heavy heart that we still discuss his work, and this is so fresh. That at the time of this recording.
Yeah.
This 4 days ago at the time of this recording. And it's pretty intense feeling to lose one of the greats that way specifically. And this week would have had this feeling with any other filmmaker that had made this much of an impact. But we're here to talk about Rob Reiner. And again, to transition on a happier note, this is our New Year's Eve episode. A few days away from New Year's, a couple days away from New Year's. And we want to celebrate that with this film, the start of a new year, with a film that gives you new hope and talks about kind of the beauty of starting again and stuff like that. And it's just a really great thing that they offer to the world. So without further ado, we're going to talk about Rob Reiner's, the late, great Rob Reiner's When Harry Met Sally. And I might add, we're going to celebrate the way they celebrate, and everyone celebrates New Year's. Here's a toast to Rob and Michelle Reiner and all of the films that came because of it.
Yes.
Cheers to this podcast. Cheers to this year. Cheers to you all watching. I have a couple of really happy things to note in connection to my toast. So please hold your glasses while I read this about the podcast. I think it's a facts that Rob Reiner would be happy with as a film lover. We got.
What do we got?
We got
it though.
We got it. We got all of it.
Yeah.
We got our Spotify Wrapped of the year for the Watchtower Film Podcast and the Towercast Podcast, and of both. Incredible growth with this podcast. We apparently, thankfully, both of our podcasts this year are in the top 25% of film podcasts from across the world of Spotify.
I'll
Cheers
take
to
that.
that.
We have made a growth, and this is all thanks to you all. I'm not lying here. This is on Spotify. 999% growth of watch. 999%. We've reached 23 countries. Of those 23 countries, our top 5 countries were the U.S., the UK, Canada, Australia, and India. So we thank all of you for watching out there.
Thank
We
you,
are we've outpaced other podcasts by 97% of other shows.
Beautiful.
People listen, fans listen to you for longer than 81%. So you guys are listening to most of the episodes, if not all of it.
Thank you, guys.
We appreciate that. We've received 75% more comments than other shows of this nature. We're really happy about that. That's cool.
Keep commenting.
Yeah. You're... And it just blew my mind this kind of we increased our audience by 804%. But all of these facts just make us so happy. Apparently, our One Battle After Another episode was the top episode of this year.
Heck yeah.
957% more listens than any other episode. But all this is just great stuff. And this is, again, combined efforts from like the Towercast and from the Watchtower Film Podcast. But
Absolutely.
the fact, I don't know, the thing that stuck out the most is the top 25%. Is pretty insane. We had gotten wind that we're top 10 film podcasts from other rating sites as well. So
Come on.
it's pretty weird. We don't pay attention to that stuff usually. We try to engage with you guys
because we love it.
Yeah, we try to engage with everybody online. We try to be happy about all this stuff, and just truthfully, we just do it. We jokingly say this behind the scenes, but we're filmmakers. And this podcast keeps us sane to be able to get together with friends who we love, collaborators that we admire,
Absolutely.
to discuss
I need this
cinema,
podcast.
which is
I
why
need it.
we got into this. So, cheers to that.
Cheers,
a happy new
everybody
year
out
to
there.
everyone as we
Happy New
drink
Year.
this in honor of Rob Reiner and this podcast. Thank you all so much.
Cheers to
Thank
all
you
of you in the
listeners, and
room.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Indeed, gentlemen, to a fantastic year and to an even greater year next year. Gentlemen, cheers.
Cheers.
Love you guys.
Love you all. Now, who's going to kiss me at midnight?
Oh, God.
Dibs.
Oh.
I want to start, as we usually start. We're going to talk about this incredible film, which I'm proud to say I turned at least 2 people onto this film during the pandemic because I was turned on to it during the pandemic.
You got
And if you
turned
have a
on to this
milkshake-
film?
I got really turned on
so
to this film. They should have named her Harry, not Sally.
Oh, God.
He's been saying that all day.
I really have knocked up. Sorry. What did we watch this week? I got 4 for you guys, man. Try to catch up on my lack of cinema.
I saw Novo Vog.
We saw Novo Vog.
That's it for me.
That's it, Novo Vog?
Novo Vog.
We can talk about Novo Vog. Novo Vog? Richard
No.
Linklater's Novo Vog?
No, I have not seen no.
We watched Breathless on this podcast. If you haven't caught that, go check out Breathless on this podcast. I'm positive talk about Nouvelle Vague. A, because it's an incredible film. B, because I'm fairly positive it's going to be an Oscar contender.
You think it's gonna get enough buzz in time?
I think so. I think at the bare minimum for Best Director.
When is like Oscar campaigning season? Like
Now.
No.
So
Like basically,
If your film comes out
September,
around now-
August through February, and the short lists have already come out for 11 categories, but it's like documentary, best short film.
Yeah,
but,
you sent it to us.
The 11 categories have come out, but I'm positive Nouvelle Vague is going to be in the mix for cinematography, for directing, maybe Best Picture, maybe not. But Richard Linklater, a fellow Texas filmmaker we love, directed this incredible
Had
film about the
2
making
films
of
this
Breathless.
year, right?
He had 2 films. This film and Blue Moon. Oddly enough, they were singing about Oklahoma in this film. The writers of Oklahoma, before they were the popular duo, is it Rodgers and Hammerstein? It's about the composer who was the ex-partner of like a popular duo, and Ethan Hawke plays him, and it's
big
supposed to be a
fan.
great film. I haven't seen it yet, but Nouvelle Vague, the making of Breathless, by most people's accord, the kickoff of the French New Wave.
Yeah.
And we talked about that. You can go catch it, go see that now. But Nouvelle Vague, thoughts?
Oh man, I know that we're gonna be giving ratings later on for that film once we do cover it. But I was talking to Meg and my family prior that Breathless. After I watched it, it's been, I'll say for this year, one of the most impactful films I've seen that has redefined a lot of the way I look at like cinematography and filmmaking. Like I was utterly changed by that. So watching Nouvelle Vague, I felt like it was almost surreal seeing the sausage get made. And again, you hear all these stories, and I love Linklater's adaptation of all the stories of like how the directing was on set and these 2-hour sets and everything like that.
Very
And-
inspiring for indie filmmakers
Yeah,
altogether. Whether you
yeah.
like the sausage itself, which is Breathless, or not, the fact that this indie filmmaker who was a film critic, and that's how the French New Wave was started, right?
And they talk about it at the very end of the film that they have a credit that says after this film, like 140 new French filmmakers. Yeah.
rose to become filmmakers. And it's just incredible. But go watch Nouvelle Vague. Austin, any thoughts on Nouvelle Vague, Ricky?
Oh.
2 thumbs up from Siskel over there.
Lit.
Lit. Super lit.
So it's one of the ones that's going to be Oscar nominated?
I'm fairly certain it will be.
Do you think
It's on Netflix.
Do you think it has a chance against Frankenstein?
Absolutely.
Really?
It's
Look, I
because
love Frankenstein. I think Guillermo del Toro did some beautiful work, but Nouvelle Vague is something completely different. And
I
that's-
would give
I like that.
cinematography to Frankenstein over Nouvelle Vague. Because Nouvelle Vague, what it does is that it replicates the style of the era, which I
16
think is
millimeter.
incredibly hard to do. But Frankenstein, he's just so elaborate, like in costuming and everything like that. Adapted maybe.
I don't know about I think the cinematography in Nouvelle Vague is incredible.
It's good. It's just it's replicating the era. But I mean, it's kind of like when you look at didn't they do a nomination on cinematography for The Apprentice because of the same thing? It didn't really win.
The Apprentice.
Yeah, the Donald Trump film.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Oh, yeah. With
Yeah, but I think that one might have gotten a nod for cinematography. But the same thing, it's like it's mimicking a style which is extremely hard to do. But usually, people who are innovating the style, that's where they get a lot of praise. So
At this juncture, I would not give Nouvelle Vague best directing. I think Paul Thomas Anderson is going to win it. No matter how we
Yeah.
slice it, PTA is going to win the best directing.
first Oscar,
Yeah.
really?
Ooh.
Same thing for Linklater. I think they might have won for screenwriting for Boyhood, but I don't think Linklater's a director's one. But
Look,
yeah.
I'm hoping he's best director, but I don't think so.
Who? Guillermo?
Get him.
No. Paul Thomas
You don't think he's going to win for best directing? I think that thing's going to sweep, man. I think they've been campaigning so well.
I love one battle after another, but it's just I don't think it was his best.
I agree wholeheartedly. I just don't think there's another film that matches up to it this year.
Yeah.
By the way, I rewatched it like 2 weeks ago.
And did you feel like it was the same?
Yeah.
It held up.
Well, not like I think like you had the same sentiment. You're like, I didn't see anything more. It was just
Yeah.
That's
I
where
mean,
I'm at.
I saw it in VistaVision. Incredible experience. The format it was intended to be screened in, and it felt the same. It didn't feel any better than the first screening. Like it
Yeah.
held up pretty good. But again, I don't think there's anything compared to it comparatively.
I mean, yeah, you're right.
Maybe get Frankenstein, beautiful work. Nova Vogue, beautiful work. But we'll talk more about this in our Oscar
Yeah.
episode. Anybody else watch anything interesting? I'll kind of list mine, but I guess I'll go at the end.
I watched the one that you told me about, The Running Man. What's his name? I forget his name.
Ooh, yeah.
Edgar Wright.
Edgar Wright
Edgar Wright
directed
directed,
Powell.
Glenn Powell.
Glenn
Powell.
Powell.
Still didn't see anything different with this dude. Still don't like him.
Yeah, he actually kind of went up my list.
Yeah?
I think the movie was pretty good. It was a little corny in some parts.
Yeah, I can imagine.
You know what I mean? But
You screen it yet, Rick? Edgar Wright is Ricky's favorite director.
no, it's actually pretty good, man. Great payoff at the
Outside
end.
His realm. Yeah.
It's a blockbuster. No, it's a Hollywood film.
Yeah, I just don't.
I could be wrong.
I need to see more charisma or something that I like about Powell.
Powell still not convincing you.
He
I
seems
feel
too
it's the
generic.
look.
He seems too generic.
It's
Oh,
a
that's
look.
right.
He's got like
The
a
look.
he's
He's a
got like
Ken
a
doll.
pretty boy look where it's just
Yeah.
kind of like
He's a Ken doll for you.
yeah.
Interesting.
No,
I
no,
still
but
want
yeah,
to screen
yeah,
it.
then,
Worth the watch.
Yeah, it's pretty
It's
good.
a remake.
I don't know if I like it more than the Arnold
not.
Schwarzenegger one, but
It's not a remake, isn't it? Modeled after the Arnold Schwarzenegger thing.
No, it's more off of the book. With the
Stephen King, no.
the Schwarzenegger film of like kind of detoured away from it.
Microphone, homie. I can't.
Oh, sorry. The Schwarzenegger film,
Yeah.
kind of went away from the book, and this one's more closely related to the book.
Okay.
yeah, and
fair
a
enough.
little bit more, with the times. Yeah.
Good stuff. Rating.
I'll rate it. I actually like the more than I thought. I'll give it an 8.8.
Nice.
Wait a second.
It's a good action flick.
Hold on. Hold on now. Google AI says Edgar Wright isn't universally called the greatest director ever. Oh, Ricky, how do you feel about that? Fuck AI.
Fuck yeah. Still hasn't
But
gotten
while
Fuck
lists and
Facebook.
all-time greats often feature directors like Scorsese, Kubrick, Spielberg, Wright's devoted fan base loves his distinct voice. Definitely, absolutely. Baby Driver, Last Night in Soho. I'll just say this. I haven't screened it yet, but
you
I was
haven't?
having this conversation with Ricky about The Running Man that I think neither of us are running to see it. And correct me if I'm wrong, Rick. Maybe it's just a timing thing on your end, but I haven't ran to see it because I felt like I got a little disappointed in Wright. Because Last Night in Soho to me was like this growth, this thing
You
of like,
really
oh, you're
liked it.
becoming a mature filmmaker, and then to go to like I don't know, maybe it's studio.
I agree on that.
I think-
mine was more of a timing because I haven't even seen Frankenstein yet.
Yeah.
So mine's just the timing.
I think, you talk about this all the time, but it's kind of like one for them, one for me. I feel
what was
like
the last one? Baby Driver was the one before Last Night in Soho. No,
the last one that he did is that he did a documentary that he was really pushing on a British band that they inspired
right,
a bunch of
right.
other people. I forgot what the name of it is, but he did that documentary. He was really passionate about that. And then, now he did Running Man. But I feel like,
one for them, one for me. Maybe.
maybe because like
You
I
gotta
think,
keep the lights on, man. I mean,
That's what I think. I think it's a one for you, one for me thing.
because I think once he does stuff like Running Man, and let's say if he does one more kind of like Hollywood picture, he should have like enough money or enough credibility
Sparks
where it's kind of
Brothers.
like, let me explore something that
definitely
I'm
has
passionate
that,
about.
yeah.
The Sparks Brothers is the name of the doc.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, cool. Anything else?
He
Gus,
still
or you-
has one of the best directorial debuts.
Was it Hot Fuzz?
Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead. Which one came first?
Shaun of the Dead, though. I'm pretty sure.
Watch that be like his senior film.
No, he did a TV show called Spaced.
Directorial. debut.
That's interesting. I love Edgar Wright. I love how much of a cinephile he is. Ricky and I talk a lot about this conversation he has with Tarantino on this fucking 4-hour podcast of these two just riffing on cinema.
The host
I
doesn't
love
talk
that.
for like 3.5 hours of
the Empire podcast, right?
Yes.
And gosh, go listen to that conversation. It's incredible. Like these two it's a tit for tat on cinephiles. And mostly talking about British cinema, but
Just
it's
a coffee table full of Coke.
Great, yeah, it's a great conversation. I respected both of them as filmmakers a lot more because they know their shit.
Him and Tarantino.
Him and Tarantino, and Rick and I always get off. I get off on this more than Ricky does. I think.
I think it's hilarious.
On the fact that both of them are tossing the ball at each other, and as much as as prideful and as egotistical as Tarantino is,
Yeah.
they both will admit that none of them hold a candle to Scorsese when it comes to screen, like being a
Right in the
cinephile.
back, they
right
know.
in the middle of them just like bawling hard, dude. Like you're just impressed. And right in the middle, they start talking about Scorsese, and they're kind of like,
They're kinda-
they essentially bow down to him and just say, he's the guy. We just try to keep up with him. And
He's the MJ.
Edgar
Yes,
Wright tells a
he's
great story about how he's just a fan, and they both are. I mean, Tarantino notoriously says his favorite film is Taxi Driver, but he tells a great story about how he just wrote Scorsese saying like thank you, just when he got a little bit famous, he
Yeah, I
kind of
remember
started
you told me, yeah.
And that Scorsese responded, he started talking about British cinema like pen pals. And that Scorsese sent him, hey, I love that you screened that film, but have you seen this one? And it sends them a list of 10 films, and then they're kind of just back
That's
and
so
forth.
cool.
It's the dream, right, to do something like that. But very cool stuff. I anything else you watched that
Nope,
might be
that's it.
interesting?
What did you guys
I
watch?
watched the first episode of, I forgot his name, but the Diddy documentary.
Oh, yeah, Sandra's been
Oh,
watching that.
man. Just
but-
the first episode?
Well, here's what happened: is Netflix was on, and I passed out, and then when I woke up, it was Diddy, and
Oh, that tends to happen with Diddy a lot.
yeah, it's a real problem.
You
The
know,
fact
a
that
lot of people
Netflix
went
was
to
able to put
sleep.
that in your home, that's impressive.
Hey, a lot of people went to sleep and woke up and there was Diddy.
There was
I
Diddy.
know,
You're
that's
not
what I'm
alone.
saying.
You're
Like
not
the fact
alone.
that
No, are you
Netflix.
still there? None of that. It was still
I know.
going.
Hey,
Sometimes
you
he was-
thought 3D was scary? No, it's waking up at 2 a.m. and it's Diddy.
Yeah, sometimes he was either he was wearing a funny sweater asking for pudding pops. It was the weirdest thing ever. But anyways, I just to get through this quickly because I really want to talk about this film.
Pretty
But
good
I
reference,
watched in addition to Novel Vague,
the
I watched
Jell-O.
3 films. I watched something called My Blueberry Nights most recently, filmed by one of my favorite directors of all time, Wong Kar-wai, who directed In the Mood for Love and
My Blueberry Night?
My Blueberry Nights. Okay,
Okay.
and I gave this a chance because Wong Kar-wai has a new show on Criterion. And I kind of vowed to myself that I wouldn't watch it until I've seen all of his filmography, and I'm missing 2 films after this one. And I'm missing these 2 films and then some of his shorts. But Criterion has his entire collection. But this film was interesting. It intrigued me to watch it next because it was his first English-speaking film. And even Criterion lists it as like one of his most underrated films. It was his first English-speaking film. So I was like, I got to give this a chance. But the cast is pretty insane. Jude Law.
Oh, this is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
relatively
wow.
expected. Nora Jones, if you know anything about music and Grammys, and I didn't even know she was an actress, and she did pretty damn good in this thing. Natalie Portman's in this. It's a pretty great cast. Rachel Weisz, yeah, she did really good. It's a pretty damn good film. But I was talking to Sandra about this, my wife. Shout out to my lovely wife. We were having an interesting conversation about, and I was frustrated. She was mostly listening that this is the director of In the Mood for Love and Fallen Angels and Happy Together. Just these incredible films, Wong Kar-wai. And My Blueberry Nights fell short. And I thought to myself, what is it? Is it the dialogue? Is it the characters? And it's nothing short of the fact that I think it's because it's an American film. and all of his films are Hong Kong cinema things. And this film, just for some reason, didn't feel right. It was good. It was a good film by all intents and purposes, but it just fell flat. And it really bummed me out because I'm like, that's not right. Right?
I can just imagine though that I've had this debate when I watch certain movies, and I'll say this, and no knock to the filmmaker, and I won't say the name of the film, but I was watching a foreign film that was put up for the El Paso Film Fest, right, when we were doing the screenings and everything.
Sure.
And I remember I wanted somebody else to watch it because Megan and I watched it. It was Korean cinema, and we watched it on a date night, and there was a part of me that felt like, man, this is one of the best submissions I've seen so far. But then the second question was it just because it was foreign? Like the fact that it was foreign, so there's new dynamics and culturally there's certain things that I don't quite understand, so that it feels very fresh. It felt good, but it didn't punch enough
that's fair.
story wise. But I've always had that I guess kind of wonder of like, if you were to make the same film in 2 different countries, would it just be more interesting?
If I try to dissect it, and I have tried to dissect it because I'm like, what the hell is wrong with me? Is it just because it's American? What I've gotten to is this. This film was made in 2007. And you guys know me. Basically, everything from 2000 2010 I think is trash for the most part. And it's kind of hard to say that because In the Mood for Love was made in 2000. But this is an Americanized Wong Kar-wai, and I think that's the reason. It's not so much that the film is American; it's the fact that the Weinstein came and said, "Hey, we want to fund this filmmaker because he's a true blue filmmaker," and it's Americanized. It's made for theaters. It's made for the rom-com audience in a sense, but not
as opposed to letting Wong Kar-wai just fulfill his stylings.
essentially. But they rip away a lot of his stylings. There's a lot of Wong Kar-wai in there.
I can see it in the trailer right now. Yeah.
But it's pretty. And then the lights are purple and pink and blue, and it's just not him. And
It's got the Wong Kar.
But you need to
wisms.
elaborate that. What do you mean it's not him?
it's not him in the sense that I've seen most of his filmography at this point. We're talking about In the Mood for Love, Fallen Angels, Happy Together. These, if you go and watch these films, are just masterpieces. And it feels strange because it feels like if, say, I don't know, let's say who's the director you like that's not already Hollywoodized. I don't know, Spielberg. Let's say Spielberg.
Okay.
Let's say Spielberg goes to another country and they're like, we want the Spielberg effect. But by the way, this is going to attract more Korean audiences.
Right. I'm with
And
you.
they make him do things that are specific for Korean audiences, that it's going to draw people to theaters.
Well, that's what I'm asking. Like, what from his culture to Americanized do you think they changed?
His cinematography is so well thought out that I think
I'm out.
it's... Yeah, you're out. Ooh.
Hello. Yeah.
His cinematography is so well thought out that it's very intentional. Every choice he makes as a director is intentional. And there's parts of it that feels like
I would assume they would give him the same freedom. And
not likely, I don't think. I think he kind of listened to a lot of studio notes for this one. And it felt
okay.
kind of cheesy at times, and it just felt like what Americans would like if they go to date night on a Saturday. It's not for cinephiles, I don't think, necessarily. I mean, look at these gorgeous images, and then look up the cinematography from the film, My Blueberry Nights. It's so different. And the only thing I can compare it to in my head right now is if you see it's just too pretty and
Square.
It almost feels like
It's
washed
funky.
out. It feels
It's
like a washed
washed
out
out.
version of like.
a diluted Wong Kar-wai. Let's put it
Yeah.
that way. A diluted Wong Kar-wai.
Great description.
So anyways,
yeah.
I don't want to harp too long on it. We can
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
more about it if you guys want to screen it. But I watched that. The last one I'll mention is I got to see a Megadoc on Criterion, the making of Megalopolis. This is a film, a documentary film about the making of Megalopolis, and boy, directed by Mike Figgis. This thing was incredible, man. It's a viewpoint looking into Francis Ford Coppola's soul, and I don't think they've ever gotten that real. I mean, you've seen the Apocalypse Now documentary that
Yeah.
Eleanor Coppola made, and she comes out in this one too. And you see crazy young Francis Ford Coppola
I was about to ask.
being a crazy young filmmaker and hyped up on cocaine and helicopters, But when you see Megalopolis, it's him having all the freedom in the world because he funded it himself, and having some of the worst times. I was talking to a friend earlier about it, that the first act, as a director, you're like, what a piece of shit. This guy's being an asshole. Or this guy's stuck in the past. Or why did he do this to himself? And then you keep seeing and you're like, oh, you get to the third act of this thing and you realize, oh, he didn't change. The industry changed. And why should he change? He made some of the greatest films of all time. The Godfather, Apocalypse Now, The Conversation. I mean, this is someone to revere, and filmmakers around him are going younger filmmakers. VFX guys, DPs are challenging him that's not how it's done anymore. And he's like, dude, I didn't need this. I didn't need a 200-person crew. I did my films with 15 people, and it worked out great. What the hell?
But
It's
then I
just
would
a
have to
constant
say
battle.
that why did it fail?
It felt
Is it one of those things where you're still people trying to tell
No,
him?
I think what happens is that when you look at the system right now, even like we're dealing with a line producer, right? The line producer just tells you this is what they want to see because this is what makes studios feel safe. If a studio sees, okay, you're allocating for so many grips, for so many days, for so much of this equipment, it's going to be a safe bet that everything's going to be done correctly.
And Megalopolis is not a safe film. It's something he's been thinking about for 30 years, and it's about of the rise and fall of a Roman Empire, essentially. But it's like Metropolis in the sense that there's somebody who wants to change the world for the better, and the family dynamics of a hierarchy and money. It's saying so much in this film.
So you think he went with what he wanted to do, or he?
I think yes.
he
Oh,
got-
absolutely. Because
That's what I'm saying.
he wasn't saying anything. That's the thing. He funded this thing out of his own pocket. He sold a majority stake in his
his wine.
winery
Yeah.
and hotels and stuff to fund this thing. He didn't have to adhere to anybody's rules when it came to distribution. However, he didn't have distribution. He didn't have distribution, secured.
Lockdown, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think this thing failed, in quotations, for the masses because it's too mature of a film. It's not a
you seen it?
flashbang type of film.
I haven't had a chance to see it yet. I've been kind of behind on these.
Yeah, it's not a flashbang type of film. It's saying so much, and I think this film's going to be revered. Look, I don't think it's the best thing in the world. It's certainly not the best thing in his filmography, but let me just put it to you this way. And Francis has always had this reputation. He made $140 art film, $140 million art film. Art films fail most of the time. Art films are anti-commerce, and it's the exact equivalent of your favorite filmmaker getting the unlimited budget that he wants to make his passion film. Is that right? Is that wrong? I don't know, but it's important. At the very least, it's important to flesh this out. The reason, and you'll see in the documentaries, the last thing I'll say about it, is he was influenced by his favorite filmmaker, Jacques Tati. Jacques Tati sold everything and made his last film, and he died broke. And he's like, he's like, I don't need money. I don't need fame. I got money and fame a long time ago. I need to keep giving to this art form. That gave him his whole life, essentially. But
I just think he's kind of like, well, I don't want to compare directors, but like Ridley Scott. I think he's lost a little bit of a touch just trying to be with his old ways where it's just like,
no, I also think that there's that way to look at it that, he's kind of like lost that flair. But when we talk about the flair, it's something that sparked up a new way of looking at something. But it's not like you can just keep sparking up a new way every single time. It's just...
And you mature as a storyteller. You want to tell more mature stories. You want to tell... In this case, it's a very elaborate thing. But, dude, James Cameron is only doing Avatar films for probably the rest of his life. Like, these people are set on telling a story that they want to tell. Given their old age, in my opinion, this is why I wholeheartedly disagree with guys like Tarantino who say the older you get, the worse of a filmmaker you get. It's not true. You just develop a palate and the taste to tell a specific story, and you've gone through all the bullshit.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You don't need to, like, I've done that. I don't need to go battle with Paramount for $40 million. Like, I could just figure it out myself. And I think that, sure, they're not going to appeal to the masses. They're not going to appeal to younger generations.
That's where I'm at.
I don't care. At that point in my career, 82, making Megalopolis, I don't give a shit. I'm just making my film that I really want to get this story on. And, it's pretty fascinating.
I feel like with Coppola, he's kind of like, if this is it, if this is the last film that comes out of him,
Swan song.
Yeah, he's happy.
He is. He's happy with the film he made. I'll say this to, like, again, a respected film critic who we kind of revere is Chuck Korak. We watched it together, the first screening, and we walked out, and I said, and I was the same way. I was like, it's interesting. I don't know. It's definitely saying something, but is it his best? Is it going to fail? And we watched it at the movies. He said, it's a wreck. It's a mess. But it's far more interesting than anything that's come out in, like, the last year.
You think in 30 years from now it's going to be like...
I think it's going to be talked about. I think it's consistently going to be talked about.
Okay.
Everybody here would like it because it is a filmmaker in the throes of making a film his own way and battling with everybody helping him to make it. But, like, Shia LaBeouf, man. Shia LaBeouf treats him like shit.
I saw a couple
Shia
clips.
LaBeouf gets in his face. He challenges him the whole
I just saw one where he's just trying to give him like an example of like, I'm trying to give you this, and he's like, all right, you do you.
All right, you want to direct or whatever. Yeah. No, but it goes further than that. Like, they both, like, become much stronger collaborators because of it, and you see it through the doc.
That's good.
But everybody's challenging him in this film, and everybody kind of just, like, throws their arms in the air, and they're like, well, fuck it, I guess he's old, and this is what he wants. And it's like, dude, you're in the room with the Godfather. You're in the room with Coppola. Listen, he might...
like his last 3 films fail.
Yeah, but he might have some wisdom to impart on something that's so dear to his heart.
As well as Shy.
Come on. Let him get past Steven Stevens before he's talking about making a film.
I think Shy has a little bit of credibility to give a little bit of...
I saw a meme recently, but it was an interview that somebody did with Shia LaBeouf. But it's like, you know what I want to do? I want to work at, like, Home Depot, man.
Yeah,
like
he's everywhere. I get that.
But the thing is...
But I heard that when he's on set, he's on set.
When and you see it. But when he's on set, he's like, I'm just constantly worried about getting fired. This guy has a reputation. He fired Harvey Keitel in Apocalypse Now after a month and shit like that. And it's like, okay, so you're scared of getting fired and you're still pressuring him to fire you? Then do the work, kid. Like, get in there, fucking learn from this guy. You know,
I gotta watch it, but
it's very interesting.
I'm with the actor. Like,
you just gotta screen it. This is but when Adam Driver came into set, Adam Driver came with a respectful mentality. I'm going to revere him. You know, fucking Dustin Hoffman was on set. I'm going to revere him. John Voight. I mean, like, they come say understanding this is Coppola. No matter what is Coppola, whether he's past his prime, he's done some shit. Maybe we should
I'm with
listen to
you.
dude, you know?
But I think Shia had a little bit of what Tim Chalamet has right now. You know how Tim Chalamet say, "I want to be the best."
Yeah.
At
But Shia's...
I think he had a little bit of that, and sometimes when you're on set and you're like, man, I really have this idea that could work, and I know this guy wrote it and everything. You know, have they been, you know, in the industry for so long?
It's one of those strange things.
Yeah, yeah.
But anyways,
I'm learning it.
I'm not going to talk about it at length, but the other film I saw, Bob Trevino likes it. I don't want to take too much time. Go screen it. Great indie picture. It's far interesting.
What film is it?
I just said it. Bob Trevino likes it. That's the name of the
Okay,
film.
that's cool that he likes it.
I
But
didn't
what's it
know.
called?
Yeah, same with me. I was like,
He likes what?
Yeah, what does Bob Trevino like?
I forget the name of the filmmaker. Tracy Lehman. Tracy
seen the
Lehman.
poster.
The name of the film is called Bob Trevino Likes It, and
that
it stars
sounds
John
amazing.
Leguizamo, and probably the best role I've ever seen him in.
oh, really?
It's incredible what he can do in this
I love them in
performance.
Empire.
Barbie Ferreira, you might know her from Euphoria and shit. This is one of those indie darlings right now that's out. That's really wholesome, and at the end of the day, is really wholesome. Explores something really interesting. Explores loneliness in a really macro way, and this is a Texas filmmaker. Tracy's from Austin, and
Nice.
I'd been hearing buzz about this because it premiered at South by, and a couple of our producers who we're working with right now, they worked on the film and stuff like that, and it's just it's really interesting, man. It's an indie darling. I just want to give a shout out to Tracy Lehman and go watch Bob Trevino Likes It. It's really really interesting film, and it's got a lot to say. It's got a lot to say for a great indie. So go check it out. Bob Trevino Likes It. That's all I'll say. Speaking of great films, When Harry Met Sally. The reason we're here.
Did you ever introduce the room?
Nope. Should I? No. I'm joined by my fellow co-host, Mr. Jean-Eric Oster, offering an acting perspective.
It's Jean, not John. It's Jean.
I said Jean. Did I say Jean?
Oh, yeah. I
Hey,
just
John, shut the fuck up.
Johnny boy.
Keep talking, we'll call you Juan.
Mr. Michael Little, offering a cinematography perspective.
It's Michael, not cock breath. Let's get it right the first time.
Hey, dipshit, shut the fuck up.
Hey, Wingus, Dingus. Let's introduce the rest of the room. Mr. Ricky Rodriguez, fellow director, giving us his perspective on cinema. Making sure we can read the facts here.
We keep looking down too much.
You're right. Mr. Austin Young, offering a producing and editing perspective.
The eye candy.
The eye candy of the show.
the best hugging partner.
Huh?
The best little spoon around.
Yeah,
It's
the best.
Austin from Boston.
Hey, dipshit, shut the fuck up.
We're here to talk about When Harry Met Sally.
Who are you?
I'm your humble film servant, Carlos M. Torre, offering a writing, directing perspective. Thank you so much for joining us on the pod.
Hey,
And
dumbass, it's Carterion.
Carterion. That's been the new one.
Casablanca.
Casablanca.
Carteroni and cheese.
When Harry Met Sally, finally watched
When
it.
Carlos met Sandra.
I screened this film for the first time with Sandra, with my wife, during the pandemic.
Nice.
It was a film I was also very excited, and I kind of, again, one of those films you're ashamed to see so late in your kind of cinematic journey.
Guilty.
And man,
Guilty as
boy,
charged.
did this film inform and blow me away as for somebody who already loves dialogue and loves two people walking and talking and these walk and talks and this incredible.
But this is different dialogue. This is
Yeah.
like smooth with rhythm and just natural dialogue. This is different.
It's
than-
got Riz, dog.
No. It's just I've never seen dialogue this smooth and so natural before.
Yeah.
I really, really dig
Well,
it.
credit to these performers, credit to this screenplay and this director, but it's all the stars aligning for a picture like this to get made extremely well. And they were out to a few other actors before they settled on Billy Crystal.
No, I think Meg Ryan and
Meg Ryan.
Billy Crystal were great.
Pitch Perfect, right? But they were out to Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks turned it down. Billy Crystal came in.
What was Billy Crystal's filmography prior to this one?
Yeah, I don't know. I just remember from Analyze This,
City
Analyze
Slickers.
That.
Yeah, after
I
the
never
fact,
knew
right?
before, yeah.
No, you'd have done some shit.
Hey, City Slickers, I know that.
City Slickers for sure was a big
Monster Inc.
one. No,
No,
that's
that's
after.
after. The Critic,
Let's see, where are we at?
right there.
The
Sesame
Princess Bride.
Throw Mama
I don't
from the
remember.
train.
He was Miracle Max in The Princess Bride.
Throw Mama from the train.
I don't know that one. It's a good one.
Spinal Tap.
Well, he was a stand-up. It's important to note that he came from the stand-up world. He was a almost more famous comedian
Yeah.
beforehand. Yeah, You Look Marvelous. This is special.
Bride and Throw Mama from the Tree.
Yeah, those are the big ones, I'd say.
Princess Bride?
City
So he
Slickers
was-
came after Rick.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Crazy. Anyways, this certainly catapulted him to become
Absolutely.
this comedic actor. Fun fact about Billy Crystal is there's nobody who's hosted the Oscars more times than him. And
Who's second?
Ricky.
I don't know. Chris
Ricky.
Rock maybe
Has to be
or
Ricky.
Ricky
Probably Fallon.
or would it be Fallon or no
Would it-
Kimmel?
would it-
Kimmel maybe.
Kimmel. I always
Would
mix
it
those
be
two up.
Ricky Gervais?
No, he hosted the Globes, not the Oscars.
For the last time.
Yeah, that was a great thing. Anyways,
Yeah.
When Harry Met Sally, yeah, this is just incredible. It's something that we've talked about doing for the longest time, and I'm very happy to screen it again. This is one of those things that since I've watched it, I think I have to watch it every year. I think I just have to, not necessarily around the holidays, but I cannot get enough of this film. I think it's perfect.
By the way, Billy Crystal's number 2 on the list.
Who's won?
Bob Hope.
Bob Hope, okay.
Ain't nobody know Bob.
And then Johnny Carson's after that.
Johnny Carson, fair.
Wow.
Let's go around for ratings. I'm not quite sure who should pick,
So,
but
here's my issue with ratings is I can't be friends with ratings because then I'm going to want to fuck them.
this is a really good point. Like you can never be friends with rating.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fuck it.
Yep. I'm gonna do it.
Let's start in the back of the room. Yeah, the gimp on the wall. That's the guy we want to hear from. Ricky,
Yo.
When Harry Met Sally. First timer, last timer,
What's your thoughts?
Middle timer.
Part timer.
first time, long time.
Probably the second time I've seen it.
Second time you've seen it.
Better
Barely
and
even know her.
better. I'm gonna
When did you first watch it, Rick?
years ago, man.
With your mom.
What was her name?
Funny, it's I was talking to Carlos about the films that you make and all those lovey-dovey ones, and reading your scripts and stuff like that. And I remember telling you like I'm either the worst or the best person to read your scripts because I told him I hate this
Genre.
This genre. I can't stand rom-coms. Golly,
I'm with you.
they kill me, man. And he told me you're not watching the right ones.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking of all the Kate Hudson and
Matthew
Anne
McConaughey.
Hathaway, Matthew McConaughey movies. And he mentioned, have you ever seen When Harry Met Sally? I was like, no. He said, go watch that. I watched it and it completely changed. This is exactly what rom-coms should be, man. This is I remember first watching it, I was like, totally outside my realm. And I absolutely just love this film. I think it's perfect, man.
Rating.
I'm gonna because of its genre, because it heads genre. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 9. Let's give it
9.
Let's give it a
I fucks with it.
yeah. Let's do that.
Austin?
9. 9?
9.
Yeah. My rating, yeah. Oh, no, that was last week.
More like Austin rates his eager.
Cock into the nose, eager mouth.
Guilty as charged.
No women.
Little women.
You're not my
No
demographic.
women.
No women.
Kevin, I guess at some point we're gonna have to talk about this film on the podcast too, because we've been quoting it for the last 4 fucking episodes.
All
Please do
month
it.
long. Guilty as charged.
Listen up, man.
Did you guys even talk to him about it?
Not on the podcast.
It was just
it was too much.
an
right?
hour.
We said hi and he finished the episode.
Yeah, basically. Great.
No, I think you said, yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's right. One time.
Yeah.
Rating. When Harry Met Sally. What is this? What's the right answer?
I'm sorry, buddy. There's a 0.2 in there
Like 0.2?
and a 9.
Okay.
9.2.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
9.2.
Elaboration?
Yeah. It's lit.
Is this going to be your reasoning? This is a film analyzing podcast.
Well, he said it was lit.
Yeah. I mean, it pretty much
What,
covers
you know,
everything.
in 10 years, when all the youngins become oldins,
Odin's.
become unks,
And I'll still be young.
yeah.
Yeah, he will. He'll forever be.
All
young.
the youngins will become unk, and then they're all just going to start a podcast and say things like,
Hey,
lit.
you're saying a bunch of words that I don't understand, so I'm going to take my sign as disrespect.
Watch your mouth.
So watch your mouth.
Didn't they just do a skit on SNL with Sabrina Carpenter of like young boys on a podcast and they're just like, yo, this is lit. This is just like,
It was good. The dialogue was
Lit.
it flowed, dude. Like,
pitch perfect.
yeah, it reminded me a lot of Social Network. Like,
Yeah, this
yeah,
rhythmic dialogue for sure.
yeah, it was great. Perfectly casted too. I couldn't see anybody else in the
Absolutely.
role.
Yeah.
Incredibly casted.
Who was Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks.
Tom Cast what we ate last week.
The Mail. It's a Mail.
So You've Got Mail, written by the same writer.
But it's not Megan Ryan?
It is Meg Ryan.
Oh, okay. See, that's why probably they didn't cast
Was
him.
Tom Hanks supposed to play Sally or Harry?
Yeah, he was supposed to play. Sorry. No, it's really crazy. Tom Hanks turned it down because he said this film is too lightweight. This was their exact words. And they went out to other actresses, to Molly Ringwald, to a bunch of other people before Meg Ryan, and Meg Ryan lobbied for the role.
No, yeah,
I wouldn't
she's
have
good.
liked Molly Ringwald.
Nah.
He thought the film was too lightweight. Yeah, Michael Keaton was also tapped to do
Well, it's because
Harry.
Tom Hanks was about to do Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
That one in
I'm sorry. What year is this?
89.
89. Yeah. I mean,
Too lightweight.
too lightweight. All the F bombs in here, man, and all the talk of sex. You think? I don't know.
Well, it's
It's
because he
'cause-
wanted to go full.
He wanted to go full. Mhm.
I don't think it's because they showed enough of it. It was just like
Susan Day.
it was an extremely suggestive film without it like
So you're
really
saying-
having a lot of sex.
Are you
scenes.
saying Tom Hanks just wanted to hang a brain in the film? That's what
I
turned it
think
down?
he
really hope
felt
so.
like maybe at that time in his career,
I mean,
felt
he
like
did in
that,
Castaway, right?
maybe at that time in his career, he felt like it was more necessary.
He went
you know?
full frontal, didn't he? For
No.
Castaway?
No.
He hung some brain. I
To be
remember
fair,
brain.
I've only seen the cable
Hey,
version.
Rick, Google Tom
what
Hanks
Castaway did
dick.
you-
Let's see what shows up.
ain't never gonna show up, dude. I already. Oh, what?
Holy shit.
He hung brain.
Wow.
I'm
did?
fairly certain
gonna
he
need
hung
two
brain on
screens for
Castaway.
this.
I remember a naked scene on the beach.
I don't remember.
Horizontal.
I was just
Yo,
watching
I
it
know the
last time.
volleyball like was real to him, but
Oh, he fucked the shit out of that volleyball,
yeah.
dude. You understand? You
In
understand me?
Act 3
That's
when
why
it
it
had a
went
hole in the mouth.
Anyways, really quickly, I don't know who Susan Day is. Sorry. Elizabeth McGovern, Elizabeth Perkins, Molly Ringwald, all tapped. None of them did it.
Bill Murray.
Jeff Bridges, Harrison Ford were also considered before Billy Crystal was
Harrison
cast.
Ford would have been way too serious.
All of them would. I don't know.
Tom
Sorry.
Hanks probably would have been.
Bill
Nobody
Murray would have
could've-
made her seem like an idiot. Like,
Yeah.
you
Days
know.
from the Partridge Family.
actually Bill Murray might have been good.
I feel like he'd
little
be
bit.
way
Might
too
have.
condescending. Like this one had like some charm to it.
Yeah.
Bill Murray, I think, like when I look at his performance in like Ghostbusters, he just constantly makes her look like, really, you're the fool. Like I don't know
Yeah,
why you're.
his president wouldn't have been good.
But
I
Billy
think Jim
Crystal-
Carrey could have done it too.
Nah,
No. Rating, Mr. Castro.
It's John.
Jean.
Hey, John dipshit.
The overall movie, I would probably give it an 8.8. but
8.8.
Just because of the dialogue and the chemistry between the two characters, I'll give it a 9.2. I just think it's so,
Movie.
like I said, yeah, the rhythm, the flow of the conversations is just, nobody's talking over each other, but kind of they are, like a real, conversation. What else can I say about this? The acting, right? I mean, Billy Crystal, the way he doesn't say punchlines, he just kind of mentions those jokes in the conversation, and it's so it's hard to do that. And one thing about this too, about the chemistry, is for actors out there, this is a masterclass in listening
Oh, that's
to
interesting.
your partner, and I think they did an incredible job. I'm fascinated with the dialogue and how they were able to pull it off. It's just, I was laughing throughout the movie, and there wasn't really punchlines. It was just during the conversation, and I love that. That's why I give it a 9.2. I mean, it's just great characters. Meg Ryan, like on paper, Meg Ryan would be annoying, but she just,
You fall in love with her. You
Yeah.
fall in love with them.
and then she just like, with this guy's charisma, she kind of loosens up, it's just really good. I really liked it. 9.2.
9.2. Mr. The Law.
Why do we skip you?
I want to go last.
Why do you want to go last?
I can't go last.
Champagne.
I can't go last.
You can.
You want me to go next? I'll go next.
No, I don't mind.
That's okay.
Hey, Dingus, give your fucking rating. And then Captain Moron can go.
Are you still thinking about it?
Don't call her.
I can go next if you'd like.
5.
5.
I'll give
10.
it a dime.
A dime.
That's the right answer.
Yep.
Wow.
10 out of 10. Perfect film.
So if there's a time capsule, we have to fit 5 movies into there.
Harry Met Sally.
Should have called him.
5 copies of it.
No, I think I'll give my quick rationale.
Have you guys seen that guy really, really quick? That guy who collects Titanic?
Oh yeah, have you seen the guy who has Shrek and it's still open? Sometimes?
Oh yeah, It's
trying to
just
get the van.
the van on the ticket or whatever. No,
my
but
God,
this
that's real.
Titanic guy owns thousands of copies of Titanic that on VHS, thousands, and his whole room is Titanic, and he's obsessed with. He has a blown up Leo doll Like Jack Dawson. It's the weirdest thing, but it's funny.
Should open with that.
Yeah. Anyways,
Mental illness.
10.
never
Dimey
seen that.
McDimerson.
I'm wondering what that's about.
I'm trying to see what that.
No, it's a dime. Like
a dime.
I feel like I heard this from
So better than Sharknado.
sadly.
So much more dialogue.
No, I heard this from my family, but they were saying that the interesting thing about Rob Reiner and kind of like the inspiration behind these films is that he says that if you just look at people interacting with each other, like through interactions, you'll find so much story and you'll find so much I
love that.
like tragedy and also joy and all this kind of stuff in the mundane. And I mean,
Yeah.
it's so funny that for a film like this where it you know, it's by some definition, it's almost epic in its scale because you're seeing these people meet like right after high school. They're going into college, and then you see them meet later on. And I love the whole comment that
Graduate college.
Well, they graduate college, but then they're like in their lives, and
No high school.
yeah, they graduate.
From college.
No, because they're going to college.
No. They graduated college and they're moving to New York to start their careers.
Okay. Well, graduate college, and then they're going to their careers, or just to kind of like make their way into the world and all that kind of stuff.
I made a note of this, but speaking of that, one of the best aging films in the sense of like they aged these films properly. Dude, fucking Billy Crystal was 40 at the filming of this, and they made him look like a 20-something-year-old out of college.
Yeah.
You know, and then they look aptly 20s and aptly 30s and aptly 40s.
Yeah, even the whole thing of like growing a beard and then it's like, oh, you shaved. And it's like, now I have a whole face and all that kind of stuff. No, but I was going to say that Meg Ryan, right? That like her whole thing when she's crying in the room and then she's like, I'm almost 40. And it's like,
You're 32.
Yeah, you're like 8 years away from that. It's like, yeah, but you know, it's coming and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know. It's to me, it's interesting because whether or not you've been in those situations, you understand the sentiment and you've had friends. And I feel like there's a very universal quality to this that it's in this time capsule. And for a film being like what, in the 80s?
Meg Ryan was 27. Jeez.
Wow. For a film being in the 80s, right?
89.
Like you can probably show this 20 years from now and there'll be something that everybody can connect with. And this whole idea of like the interaction between people and this like hit and miss and all that kind of stuff and the dynamics of relationships. I think that's super fun. And that's
You could show this to, what's his name? Erg of the Planet Omicron Percy I-8.
And he'd be like,
and he'll fight with his
I
wife.
remember Schmebulock.
Yes.
You know, I love that. I love the fact that like with it, I was able to like laugh at moments and have that kind of interesting dialogue afterwards of like, I wonder there's truth to it. But I mean, the cynicist will say, nope, they can't be friends. And if a relationship doesn't work out, they basically have to be dead to you. And the romantic will say, well, if you really can't be friends with somebody, but they need to stay in your life, then that's love. And like, I love that whole aspect of it. And very much like what Rick said, you know, when you watch rom-coms and you hate them, it's because you haven't seen stuff like this that makes you actually connect with it, you know? And the fact that like it's a rom-com that can hit both men and women equally as heavy, and you know, you both leave feeling like, oh, I just wanted these characters to fall in love, even if it's awkward and messy, but that's what love is, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead.
Everybody has to answer this question. Does he make sense about you can't have a girl?
Let him put the rating in, and then we're gonna go straight into that question because
I'm down.
Go.
Yeah.
Don't let us forget it. I'm with you. I'm at a 10. I'm entirely out of 10 for something like
I'm not
this.
mad at that.
I think this is one of those aptly rated films. There's most films. Yes, Rick, I got the same champagne. I promise you, I'm not drunk. It's a 10. No, it's one of those films that everybody's, oh, When Harry Met Sally, it's legendary. Quotes, this, that, the third. But it's aptly rated. And that doesn't happen very often in cinema. I'm willing to bet there's very few people that will disagree on 9s across the room or a 10, or 10s rather, because God, the way the pendulum swings in this film is awe-inspiring, especially for a screenwriter like me. And Rick, I appreciate you saying that. I mean, I think it's really that. I think the rom-com went the way of the dodo bird because of these early 2000s, mid-2000s rom-coms. And that upsets me incredibly because there's so many amazing, incredible films out there that were romantic comedies or romantic dramas that get a bad rap because of that. But When Harry Met Sally, true to form, was the blueprint of a good romantic comedy drama, and it's universal. And God, we live through a lifetime in 90 minutes. You know how hard it is to do that effectively, to live through a lifetime in 90 minutes in a way that everybody can connect
But
to.
also to communicate the whole idea that as they were living through a lifetime together, like what I found fascinating midway through the film, and it was when they were at the bookstore, is the fact that we've all had that like person that we talk to where we're like, oh man, the next time I see him, it's like no time's passed. Mm-hmm. And we all get older. Like
Yeah.
I was cleaning out my computer today before like destroying it, and
Oh yeah.
yeah.
You're afraid the
You're on
FBI is
Linux
going to find the
now.
stuff? Or?
Come on, give your real Linux rating on the film.
If you understood Linux, then maybe I could give you a command prompt.
God, that was too spot on.
Should have pushed your glasses in.
If I push any further, it'll go into my skull.
But I was gonna be like, actually, since I'm a Linux user, I have a film way better than Harry Met Sally. It's not even made yet.
It's called command prompt the music. No, what I like, we've all had that like friends and relationships where they stand this test of time, but also every time you see them, it really doesn't matter if it was like 20 years ago or like yesterday. It just, they feel like that same friend and that same person. It's the person you can rely on, you want to talk to.
I'm sad because I've
And-
never had that.
So just watch the movie more and more, and
Yeah, no, dude.
you'll know what it's like to have.
Every time I see an old friend, I'm like, what happened?
Fuck happened to you, dude?
No, and then they just turn to costume and be like, "What the fuck happened to you?"
You got married.
I got into filmmaking.
You need some money, bro?
You see their baby, and you're like, why is it? Yeah.
You gotta see the baby.
I
No,
don't
but
want to
it's-
think about you ever doing it.
It's really fascinating to again grow with these characters and fall in love with these
Yeah.
characters. And I see why you call it an epic in the sense, but it's just ineptly universal. The dialogue is intoxicating, and again, it's hard enough to make your character make someone fall in love with your characters. But to keep the pendulum evenly swinging to where
Yes.
you're not on either of their side,
Yes.
they're both wrong
Yeah.
and right.
To keep it where it never feels too long because you have these ingenious segments or we're having a documentary in the background about how couples met.
No, yeah.
That whole thing of like it's constantly
water?
like, huh?
Water.
Champagne.
I'm good.
Chip.
I'll
Yeah,
take some more
I'll
right
take
now.
some more champagne too.
You'll take some more because we got to kill the bottle.
Yeah, bring it. Let's do it. Yeah, no, it's you're right. The couples, the charming couple stories, just to break the acts in a way that is very interesting and to kind of be also like comparing, right? Oh, these guys are a perfect couple, or they're not a perfect couple, and they are married, but they've been married for 55 years. And the guy that's like, yeah, I married her for 3 years, and then I went with this chick, and I went with this chick,
Give
and
you
then I
another-
married her,
Yeah.
and then I went back to her as I ditched the other girl at a funeral. Like they're incredibly well balanced with the stories, just as a juxtaposition or like a palate cleanser of Harry and Sally. But it's truly fascinating, thank you, sir, to explore these principles, these universal principles with
Thank you, sir.
with all of these actors, and I just think it's pitch perfect. I think it's
Perfect.
sorry guys,
Sorry for what?
that bastard's kicked.
It kind of left me with that feeling of Before Sunrise, where like, I wish there was 2 more sequels to this.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Maybe
Wow,
would you want to see a sequel?
by Rob Reiner.
I thought it was kind of short. I really wanted more because I was with them in the
Would
conversations.
Harry divorce Sally?
No.
Well, funny enough, Rob Reiner was divorcing his first wife, Penny Marshall, when he was making this. This was, or they had just
he
gotten
was
divorced.
trying to forget Penny Marshall.
Yeah, and Penny Marshall's an incredible filmmaker too, by the way. You know, League of Their Own, all sorts of great films. But
Yeah,
Wow.
one of the best.
Wow.
One of the best.
Did you
but-
not catch what he said?
no,
He was trying to forget Penny Marshall.
like the film Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Yeah. Well, that's why he made When Harry Met Sally, and he met Michelle Reiner during the making of this film. How beautiful is that? You
That's
know.
cool.
But
I heard.
What's up with filmmakers and making films like when they're getting divorced? Or like Lost in Translation?
all right.
I went to Dallas to make a film. I
that's
heard
cool.
that like originally he had a little bit more of a somber ending for the film, and it was just going to be kind of one of those like, I guess this is life, you know, it's love and loss, but maybe that's the true purpose of it all.
Yeah.
And then he met his wife on set, and then he wanted to give it a
Each
positive
gave
spin.
it a happy ending.
Okay.
It's just beautiful. It's a beautiful picture. But again, at first glance, you think, wow, these quote unquote cinephiles are talking about this. But it's beautiful. It's a beautiful picture. The dialogue and the scenarios that these characters are placed in, they're not cheesy. They're real. And they're, not to mention that the dialogue is true to form of these New Yorkers dropping F-bombs when they need to drop F-bombs and keeping it clean when they need to keep it clean.
Very
and then
true.
it's extremely well balanced. I mean, this film, aside from it making you feel good, it is by all intents and purposes a feel-good movie.
Yeah.
It's also very real, and the fights are very real, and the sexual situations are very real, and the conversations and the what-ifs,
Topics,
they're all real. And I love this arc of him losing his shit, both constantly saying, like, yeah, we're okay after the breakup, but we're not okay after the breakups. And that's where the peak of the arc comes from, especially in Meg Ryan's character, right? Like, I'm okay, I'm over Joe until you get the word that he's getting married.
Yeah.
And it's so apt to women and it's so apt to men, and it's
I didn't
extremely
want to
well
say that,
balanced.
but yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Look,
because
Nora Ephron wrote the script. The Sally character's based on her. The Harry character's based on Rob Reiner. And their personalities and how they process life and how they process conversations about women. Seriously, like it struck me the most, like one of my favorite scenes is the Casablanca scene, the split screen. That thing is based on Rob Reiner's conversations with Billy Crystal. They jump on the phone and they channel surf and they talk about life and women and situations. And it comes from a real place. And I think that's why it's so
So
universal.
then who came up with the I'll have what she's having one?
Oh, let's talk about the legendary scene before
The diner scene.
We're gonna get into this. Right? I haven't forgotten about you,
About
Castro.
Meg
Okay.
Ryan.
This was Meg Ryan's doing for the most part. Meg Ryan thought that she should have a fake orgasm in a restaurant, and the idea itself of the orgasm was hers. Rob Reiner thought she wasn't going big enough, So he reenacted this. He said, "You need to go crazy," and oh yes, and he laughs because he's like, "I had an orgasm in front of my mother." And that's the only thing I can think about is I had to have an orgasm in front of my mother.
Him?
Yes, because his mother is the woman who says, I'll have what she's having. That's Rob Reiner's mom.
Oh, okay.
And
That's where that originated from, right? That's he?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm assuming.
what do you mean?
Like that I'll have what
That's
she's
how
having.
everybody's saying.
Yeah, that's the legendary line that everybody quotes is I'll have what she's having. It's from that scene. And they recreated it for a Super Bowl commercial, by the way, like some mayonnaise
Oh,
commercial.
no, I've seen it all over the place.
It's great. I mean Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan came back for the commercial last year or some shit.
I do remember that.
But yeah, no, it's a legendary scene. Completely was Meg Ryan's idea to kind of do all this, and Rob Reiner's directing of go big, really, really
Perfect.
fucking let them have it, and she's incredible, right? It's kind of pitch perfect. But I guess that when I think about When Harry Met Sally, my thought process is how far are you going to go to prove a point? And this whole film is proving a point.
Yes.
I need to prove the point of how men think. I need to prove the point of how women think. And they're both right. And that's the point. That's the point, is they're both right. I want to talk about this really quick. Castro, don't let me forget your question, okay? The cynicism versus the romantic, I guess.
But real quick, how many takes do you...
61. Oh, no. That's for the other scene. Sorry.
God,
for the
61
Meg Ryan's
orgasms?
I know, like
For the orgasm?
Do it again.
About 3 or 4.
36
Okay.
dicks
In a row?
in a row?
About 3 or 4 scenes for the orgasm
Yeah,
one?
you don't want to be too...
But the split screen scene with he's in a room, they're in the bedroom, she's in a room. That was a soundstage. They're in the same soundstage. All the phones were connected. So it doesn't cut.
Oh, no. There's no way they were all connected.
All the phones were connected, and the timing had to be perfect. They did 61
Yeah,
takes.
dude, it's a logistical nightmare to try to plan that rather than doing it practically.
No, and the
I
only
was thinking the same thing.
The only thought I have is that they've rehearsed it so much that there's a timer or they're all reading the dialogue next to each other at each of the locations and then trying to match it up.
Because I thought I saw Billy slip a little bit.
He might have, but basically they did 61 takes, and Rob Reiner says that 54 takes in, they did it. They hit it perfectly, and Bruno Kirby fucked up his line at the very end, and they had to do the entire thing all over again.
Yeah.
61
You have
takes
to
just to
hang
get
up
it
at the same
perfect.
time.
Even
You
the
know how
hanging
much
up of the
fucking film
phones.
that is?
Yeah. So incredible scene.
The fact that
Is it bad that my producer brain immediately goes to that?
No, but it's such a marvel, and I mean, you know, when we think of money shots, right? We think of the shots need to be these elaborate things that
those
the
kinds,
camera
yeah.
goes through the moon and all that kind of stuff, and then comes
Yeah.
back down. And for this one, it was the simplest concept imaginable. Like, just do a split screen. It's two phones and all that kind of stuff.
61 takes.
But the fact that he balances the dialogue so well, and everybody talks at the same time. Sometimes they talk over each other, and they do that multiple times in the film where they're just both of them are trying to like say something. And what I love is that it's this representation of like same conversation but two different places, two different minds.
Yeah. The perspectives are everything, and what I love about that is, for instance, the locations. Right, it's so simple. Everything is so simple in nature. They pick these elaborate, beautiful New York locations because each of these views could either be, let's take Harry's apartment, for example. You see out the windows, beautiful, because like Austin was like, this is a $10,000 a month apartment, dude. Like out the windows, the Empire State Building is there. This could either be the most beautiful view in the world or the loneliest, right? And the thing about
good perspective,
their
Just drop the mic, dude.
the thing about their conversations is they're in these museums and these beautiful walkways and all these things, and it's basically showing you that these two idiots don't see their environment, don't see even the person in front of them. They don't realize that they're falling in love with each other, let alone what scenery they're in or where they're at. Like they're so stuck to my point that they're not seeing what's directly in front of them. And that's why you pick these elaborate locations. It's not just to distract the audiences like, whoa, pretty. It's to like say like, these two idiots, look at them. They're set up for romance, and they're not doing it because of their principles and because of their experiences. They don't see what's directly in front of them.
And like that, there's such beautiful shots in the film. Like the first time there's a split screen where they're each watching the TV and talking to the phone. But like, he's in darkness and she's in a high key
he's
setting.
Depressed, he's divorced.
Yeah, and it's those two like same thing but split personalities. And then also I love the scene when they're first dancing together. And like the first time they're both smiling, and then the second rotation they're kind of thinking about it, and the third time they're like, you want to get some air? Yeah, and
great.
I mean, God,
Gorgeous, gorgeous.
So good.
Gasser, you had a question we wanted us to all answer before
What's
we get deeper into this.
The big question.
Yeah, I don't know if it got answered at the end of this movie, but do you guys agree with men can't have
Female friends
that they're not attracted to, or in general, I guess?
I like the
without
amendment.
wanting something.
I like the amendment. I like the amendment at the airport. I like the unless you're involved with other people.
Yep. See, babe, I can have all the female friends I want. Nothing's gonna happen because
I'm
we're
involved
together.
with you.
I love you, and yeah.
Unless, of course, Anya Taylor-Joy walks in the room, in which case...
okay. Well, then
we
there's a
have to
new amendment. It's called the
reevaluate
hall pass, and the hall pass is fine.
What do you mean by like unless you're with
I
somebody
think
else?
the amendment that Billy Crystal makes, that Harry makes in the airport of like, yes, I have the amendment. The amendment is, yes, you're right. Women and men can't be friends because they want to fuck. However, if you're directly like involved with somebody you love, then you can be friends with somebody else. The stigma of sex is off the table, so the pressure's off.
I kind of agree with that.
I do. I really do.
I disagree.
Yeah?
You never can have a female friend.
There's always.
I think single men, you're right. As a single man, you're right. You can't be friends. You can't be friends with...
Nah, even when we have somebody else, it's just there has to be a reason. Shit, I'm gonna get a lot of crap for this.
No.
Come on.
No,
Let's
but
have it.
I don't think you'll get any crap because it is a very difficult boundary to cross, and that's why I love the conversation, because even then, even like if you're in a relationship, having a female friend is a taboo.
Yeah.
It's always going to be a taboo.
Yeah.
Rick, how many female friends do you have right now?
As a married man.
Like a,
zero.
Exactly.
Because it's a taboo. You have to have long conversations. It's always going to come up.
Yep.
We've had it.
Yeah.
They're not fun.
No.
Nobody feels like they won afterwards, and you'll still much like Billy Crystal. You'll
Is
argue.
Francis my friend?
Yes, absolutely.
No.
Francis is your friend. You have one.
Francis will never be your friend.
Francis
She'll be
is
your
also
producer.
involved.
I'm back to zero.
Francis is also involved. Again, the pressure's off. You're both involved with other people.
Yeah, but we need people to stay involved.
No, but I love the dialogue. Ricky, like, I loved how reactive you were in these specific, like, one-liners, like one-off things from Billy Crystal's character specifically. Specifically when he's like, oh, no, like, if you're attracted to the woman. Oh, so if you're not attracted to her, you don't want to have sex with her. No, you pretty much want to nail them too.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I thought
You're with
he
somebody
said
or not.
Didn't he say something like, "Oh no," but then they want to nail you or something like that?
I don't know.
Oh man, I thought I heard a line like that, like, "Oh, they're unattractive." It's like, "Oh, I
No,
pretty much want."
you pretty much want to nail
Yeah,
them
but then I was
too.
like, or they want to nail you. I thought it was something like
maybe.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a very interesting point of conversation. I think I don't know.
I think
Do
it's
you
pretty
think the men in the
straightforward.
room who are in relationships and or married or whatever, are we being safe with our answer? I don't think we are. I think we can be friends with women.
I don't think there's safety either way.
No,
you might be
Because-
All right, the law. Let's
The
say
woman's
Meg
not
never
gonna allow
watches
it.
this. What's your real answer?
If Meg
Oh,
never
look, here's
watches
the amendment.
this,
Yeah, that's right. They can't be friends unless both of them are involved with other people. Then they can.
Either way.
no. I mean, I'll say this: if Meg never watches,
Castro, you've just tried to sleep with every woman in your life.
No,
haven't
no,
you?
no. But it's just true, dude. Like, if you want to keep having a conversation with a girl, there has to be some type of an incentive. Like,
but
Jeez,
This is
you've
what I
never
mean.
had. Let
Yeah,
me
they're
ask-
kinda
let me ask you
boring
something.
if you don't have
Let me ask something.
boobs on the
Let me
table.
ask something.
I have people that I know that I talk to, but I'm not friends.
Let me ask you
like,
something.
Friendly.
Let me ask you something.
I could be friendly.
I'm not.
Shit, I think he's right though.
Let me ask you
It's
something.
just-
Have you ever had an intelligent conversation with a woman without wanting to sleep with her immediately after or before? I don't know.
Yeah, but the
No,
Let's say
I have.
after, let's say after.
I have.
You
and,
have.
and I got intimidated, but yeah, I have.
I'm
no,
scared.
but like,
Got intimidated?
No,
No,
but
yeah,
Castro brings up a good point. If you don't want to sleep with them, they're gonna want to sleep with you.
Is it the case?
Yeah.
okay.
Well, you can't control that. Look, and I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying you come on. I mean, at the very least, what you can control is you. So you dare say like, no, I haven't spoken to a woman I haven't wanted to fuck.
No, I've spoken to. Well. no, yeah.
But this is why this film was so great. It's true.
No, but it still didn't answer my question.
What's that?
Which is like, can you have friends?
I think you can. The law says he can. Ricky says he has one friend. Good for him.
I think
No, Francis.
I think we have acquaintances. I think
have
we
a
have people that we
Francis.
talk to.
I have friends. That's what
But I think we're losing the definition of friends. Like,
no, but that's the thing.
Okay, like how deep of a friendship you can have with a woman.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
that
can't
gets
have you can't have like a best friend girl
that gets challenged
Who
in the
hurt you,
movie.
man? Who had a
it's just-
friend?
No, it's gone both ways. It's just
Were you listening to that Biz Marquee song a little too much?
You know, I'll say this, just tie it into the film a little bit, and I still want to keep the conversation, but
Yeah.
I love how it gets challenged when he's dealing with his friend at the batting cages, and he's
that's
like,
great.
"Oh, well, yeah, she's my friend." It's like, well, what? Do you tell her things you can't tell me? And he's like, I can, but it's different, and it's
Yeah.
because of the perspective.
The women's perspective.
But it also kind of insinuates this idea like the guy friend, you're going to be close friends because at the end of the day, you appreciate each other's company, but there kind of is nothing to gain if it goes either way. You could piss off your homie one day, show up the next day, and he's still your homie.
Yeah.
Or vice versa.
Or you
But
you can't really get intimate with your friend because
Yeah.
of the I don't know, the testosterone in your head
Yeah.
when you're talking to your male friend.
No, but-
unless they're feminine dudes.
No, but I mean, I also feel like, you can get emotional. You can kind of go through the mix of emotions, but there will never be a change in them. But I think with it's a female friend,
Sure.
changing emotions could be a dangerous line to play. And then, and that like, I was reveling at the fact that in the bookstore, and that's what I was trying to allude to earlier, the fact that she says this guy's a pig and obnoxious, and every interaction that they've had is literally them being annoyed that he said, "I find you attractive." And that's where all this
Dude, but
kicked
even
off.
before that, when
For
they're
so
talking
long.
in the airport, and she's like making out with her boyfriend, and she's like, "Yeah, he tried to make a pass at me, and I said no, and it was awkward." And then he remembers it a different way.
Yeah.
But it's that same thing of like, yeah, you and I would have been good if you weren't so. But the whole thing was like, I was like close friends with what the fuck was her name? And then this, and then they get on the plane. Oh, how dare you? You
Yep,
don't
yeah.
even remember her name. It's
They're
like,
like, yeah, Amanda Rice.
Yeah,
Reese,
and then
Reese,
he's like,
that's what I
exactly,
said.
that's what I said, yeah. But she's in the right and he's in the wrong.
They both are. That's the point. Is like he's
Yeah.
not. Is he high and mighty? No, he's just a dude. Like that's how
Yeah,
dudes
I
think.
don't know. I feel like it's I do love that question though, and I mean I don't know if the film answers it because if you listen to the film and says what is their final answer, like the final definitive answer, I think that there's something that they're not talking about, which is that if two people meet with each other and they're of the opposite sex, they cannot stay friends. Then they must either hate each other or be in love with each other. I think that's kind of like that big.
This film is the visual representation of men. Men are from Venus, or women are from Venus. Men are from Mars. You can't live with them, but you can't live without them. Like this is the visual representation of like there will always be different perspectives because of your gender to an extent.
Just like I hate to see her leave, but I love to watch her walk away.
It's kind of the same thing, but really not.
Rizzy. But not really. Anyways,
I don't know. I feel like if I answer yes or no to the question, I'm in a hole either way.
Do you plead the fifth?
No, I
gotta
just-
plead the fifth.
I think
here, pal.
I think it's really complicated, especially
It
for
is.
like myself. And I talked to Rick one time privately, and we
Was it in bed after?
God.
Was it pillow talk?
Yeah, was it pillow talk?
no. But we talk about the whole thing of being nice and how that just throws a wrench into everything because you could be nice to a woman with genuinely no intention
Oh,
of
that's
saying
interesting.
I'm
Yep.
trying to be anything but a
That's
gentleman.
why I
and all
say
that.
it goes
Okay,
both ways.
okay, but
I've
no.
been there and I've been the other side.
It does go both ways, but what about the principle in the film where it covers if I was friends with them before I dated this woman, right? There's a whole thing where Carrie Fisher's character was like
Oh yeah,
talking about that like
with the husband.
with the husband, with the married man
The
she's
married
dating.
man, yeah.
There's that principle in there. If you were friends with a woman, say you guys have been friends, let's go with the scary word, Castro. Let's say you were best friends since high school.
Yeah, because friends is very loose, like a best
Right.
friend.
A best friend from high
Your
school.
friends are loot. I'm just kidding.
That's his point. His friends are loose.
No, it just depends on what level of degree
So
of
let's
friends
say you were
are.
best friends from high
You
school.
can't
You
keep
weren't
going up without nothing happening.
you weren't high school sweethearts. You were best friends from high school, and then you go to college and you're best friends then, and then she meets Mr. Right in college, senior year of college.
Fuck you, Mr. Right.
Right? Who hurt you, man? And the fourth year of college, like you guys have been friends for a long time.
Right.
And then they're together. So does that mean that she abandons this friendship because men can't be friends with women?
No, it's just not going to be the same because obviously if she's the same way with this guy, there's going to be jealousy in that relationship. So it just starts to grow apart.
And because of the jealousy, I mean, that also adds to a factor of that's why men and women can't be friends because
Oh, absolutely.
whether or not they get into a relationship or not, there will always be a jealousy, you know?
Is
Yeah.
there a double standard, right? There's a constant question of the double standard. If a man is a woman with a friend, with a female,
If
That's
a
why I
man
can't
has
stand
a-
when girls say, like, I have more guy friends than girlfriends.
No, it's like, no, you
Obviously.
have
They
more,
wanna
you have
fuck-
more
they wanna
dudes that
fuck you,
want to
yeah.
get with you, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I like that whole thing that he
but
said, yeah.
isn't it more societally acceptable for the woman to have the male best friend that isn't gay?
No, I think it's
I
like
think it's
the-
widely more acceptable, isn't
Acceptable
it?
because that's the only way it works.
What do you mean?
We can only tell the girl so many times before we're like really jealous. Where the other way, the girl can only tell us, and then we're
It just stops having
we're just
being
like
a friendship.
Yeah, I just want to fuck you.
I guess
Whereas with
that
the other
is
one, it
the
just
hypocrisy. If Jackie had a guy best friend, I would 100% tell her.
Yeah.
"I'll fuck
You
There's
don't
no
dig
way
it. It's
you-
not your
I mean,
jam.
Yeah, 'cause he's just waiting for the
95% sure.
opportunity.
That's all it is.
I-
Because at the same time, I don't know about you, but the best relationships I've had are relationships that have actually worked are when we were friends before. If it was just like
No, yeah.
hey, I saw you here at the church,
Right.
whatever, it never works out for me. But it was the ones that you became friends for a while.
Sure.
And then you started dating. That was.
That's interesting. I mean,
and that's what the jealousy comes from.
Sandra constantly gets on my case. Not that she's ever like, what is it called? Like poked at it. Mm-hmm. I'm not the most jealous dude. I'm not. I mean, I can see the sensibility of getting jealous, and I have gotten jealous in my life, and in my relationship. I almost said current. That would have been a bad word.
True
But
director.
we'd had that conversation.
night, everybody.
Hey, I'm gonna go to the doghouse.
I'm sleeping outside.
Next episode, I'll be in the
you know-
doghouse. No, but I've had these conversations with my wife, and jealousy is an interesting thing. I kind of like Billy Crystal's character. Once you're married, I would hope that there's no reason to be jealous, right? I would hope that
Yeah.
you're like the pressure's off. Like
The
we're
jealousy-
committed.
The jealousy only comes in is when that friend, that new friend,
Oh, new friend.
or the old friend is still in the picture,
Sure. I think it.
and like, oh wow, I've been a dog. I have a bunch of friends that are dogs. He's just waiting for an opportunity. He's playing the long game or not.
Sure, maybe,
That's where the
maybe,
jealousy
but
comes
I
in. Where it's
think-
like, oh, you were talking to a guy at
Ca-
work. That's fine.
call me
but
naive.
That creeps in where it's like, well, how much are you going to be
I
talking
think-
to him?
Call me
but
naive.
that's-
Call me
yeah.
naive. But I think that it only becomes a problem when they become more important than you.
Yeah.
No. But that's only happens gradually. That's the scary part. That's where the jealousy comes in.
Everybody
no,
has an
but-
agenda type of dude.
Yeah. 100. We've all been dogs. I'm still a dog, so I know how they think.
I'm a perito in training, but
Clip that.
no,
Clip
that,
son.
no.
Where's Jason in all this, man? We need to call him. Call him right now.
Call him.
Live
He's
studio
out there-
audience.
he's
and call
out there
him.
being a dog.
He's out
That's
there
what
being a
he
dog.
has
Call
to
his
do.
ass. I don't care if he has an early call time.
I just feel like with that situation, right? I agree with Carlos. To me, jealousy at this current state in like my relationship and with everything going on between us, I feel like to be jealous is to also say that I don't trust that she's looking out for the relationship, because if I felt like I couldn't trust you just going out.
No.
and
You're
ju-
missing my whole point.
No, I get you.
I know you understand.
No.
You.
I get you what you're saying, because you're saying
Because she might not even know it.
no, exactly. But you're saying you're worried about that one guy who, yes, we all know that dude because everybody I think has been that dude.
Yeah.
Regrettably.
Oh, we were making a smoothie together at the bar.
Yeah,
And then all
like
of a sudden,
man,
and then
like
you have to make that fake
oh,
laugh. Like,
Jace-
that is pretty funny.
Jason's gone. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I
Come
think
here, like
jealousy comes from. I believe jealousy comes from your own like
Insecurity.
Nah,
100%. That's what I think.
You're going too deep into it.
If you're really
because-
gonna get really
No, that's
into
you
it,
in your own head.
well, yeah, it's completely on
No,
you.
I'm talking about the guy that has no idea and your girl that has no idea.
But
Do you
but
think
do
it's a
you not
subconscious
trust?
thing? On the guy's part, let's say the friend.
Yeah.
Is it? Do they have, for the most part? I know everybody's different. Do they have innocent intentions? And is it? Oh, I've known this girl, and I'm going to comfort her. And oops, sorry, my penis is out. Like, is it a gradual thing that like they're unaware of?
Well, it doesn't just have to be about sex, because like if you're, it's going to be a whole different point. But it's if you're one of those that believes or doesn't believe, like do you believe in like soulmates?
That's like believing in Santa Claus, Rick. Let's be real
Yeah,
here.
dog.
Wait, that's a whole discussion. But it's the same
My
thing.
kids
like,
believe in
let's say timing or whatever didn't allow you to meet Sandra. And then, Delo meets Sandra, they start dating. Then she works with you, and guess what? You're her guy. You guys fall in love and do all that, but she's with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying.
I just think
It's interesting.
that at
Yeah,
least where
like,
I'm at
there's
right
no
now.
jealousy. It just happened.
No, I've talked to like
And you saw it coming.
I've talked to like Meg about. I've talked to like Meg about cheating, and then the whole aspect of like cheating and people having
Has
like
she
affairs.
stopped?
Huh?
Did she?
3 more
How many
chances.
talks did it
Hey.
take?
3 more chances?
Like, come on, 3 a.m. Like he can't be going that long, and if he does, I need notes or at least the pill. No, like
Jeez.
what?
All right.
They work. Anyway,
I was gonna jump in, but
Those
I'm
Rhino
no, one way I'm
5000s?
jumping
yeah. Anyway, in case my parents are curious what I have to say about Harry Met Sally. No, like we've had this talk about like cheating and all that, and
Sure.
she like tells me like, oh, with guys and all that kind of stuff. Is that something that like is prevalent, or you worry about? And at least where I'm at right now, because of a confidence thing, I feel like if you were gonna go and do it, I'm not gonna be able to stop that. So worrying. Shit. So you.
That's my dog.
If you're gonna if you're gonna go out and like cheat, or if a guy like that, the one that you're saying is playing the long game, is gonna really have a good opportunity, that just means that you weren't like fully committed in this in the first place. And what am I gonna do to stop it?
Just because there's a goalie doesn't mean you can't score.
God. I don't know, Rick. Like
No, you're misinterpreting. It's not that you have anything to do with it or anything. It's just that seed was already planted as soon as that guy came to work.
No,
Yeah, so-
what this
so what?
point is not having to do with it just happened. Her point in this film is that you can't, or his point is you can't be friends because the guy's always gonna try. It's not an accident when the guy's actively like, I find her attractive, I'm gonna go after her.
Or not attractive. It's just
no,
Well,
but
like anything
said,
else.
like,
It's
even
like
if you're
there's
not
dogs out
attracted,
there where there has tits.
But do
But
you?
the whole point is that they're
I guess.
trying.
Okay. Here's the question: do you really not feel like there's a woman out there that is capable of saying no when somebody makes an advance at those
No,
moments?
yes. You're not getting my point. Yes, there's all, especially if she's so in love with the other guy, she's gonna be like, no, I have a boyfriend. I'm talking about
The dude.
the 5
is your
people
worry-
in her messages that are ready to be the number 1 pick after this shit
You've
happens.
upset Ricky. He's getting a joint now. Ricky was
but
about to
I-
storm.
That's where it all.
I've had that though. Like I've had that where like there were the 5 guys in the messages and all that kind of stuff.
Whoa.
Whoa.
No.
What's up, man? I can take care of two of them.
Hold up.
No.
I can take care of two of them.
It's not. No, luckily, I love Meg, and that's why, like, she's won me over because I mean, she's like been so great to me. But
She put you in a message with 5 other guys.
And
no. But I've had the situation of that before, which isn't good. But I mean,
Did they use their condoms or bring their own? That's what I really want to know.
Christ.
at least they
did they sell
replenished
tickets
it.
to this? Like-
What's the whole thing about replenishing? Like, just make sure the box is empty when I get there.
No, like what's the Louis C.K. bit? Did they sell tickets to this? Like standing room or?
Standing room only.
Do you wear boots? Or?
I just feel like being jealous towards those dudes.
It's kind of a recipe for disaster.
If
right?
those dudes are there constantly, there's being jealous. I mean, she's already doing it.
It's
like
not even the way you're putting
Are
it. It's
you
not
worried?
even jealousy. What I'm saying there. It's you're worried about that.
That's
Not
what I wanted to
jealousy
ask you.
about,
Are you
like,
worried?
Hey, are you? No, it's just jealousy of like, man, worrying that if we break up or something happens, you don't even know that guy's there, but he's there.
Yeah.
Not that I'm jealous that that guy. No. I'm just like,
I think his point-
But you get like that because you've been that guy.
well, yeah.
Or
Is
you've
that
also
guy.
received that treatment. I think we all have.
Yeah.
To an extent, we've all been the friend on the sidelines
I'm
waiting. We've
currently the
also
friend
been
right
the
now.
dude who got. You're currently the friend right
Yeah.
yeah.
Wait, hold on. What?
She got a kid though.
In
But
her oh my god. Yeah, but once that kid's hey,
I
but
guess
once he turns 18 though,
best friends.
best friend.
I guess I've been curious about this because I'm curious about your perspective on this principle because I don't know. I wondered to myself like.
It's because
Is
it's
it
not
that-
jealousy. It's just that worry.
Agree.
Jealousy would be like, why are you talking to him? No, she can talk to whoever. That's jealousy.
The worry makes
the worry
sense.
is like the what?
The worry makes sense. I get the worry.
Yeah, the worry that
What's the point though?
How did we get here?
the point is
worry-
that
When Harry Met Sally, a great film.
Worry
That's how
is
we got here.
jealousy. Worry is jealousy, like just to a smaller.
just trying to avoid like those
It's on the right side.
scenarios. That's where
Yeah,
the
yeah,
worrying
yeah.
comes from. Those scenarios
Oh.
of like, fuck, maybe in those 5 years that they met in work while she was with me.
So are you worried about the one, like, as an example, are you worried about
The
one day
sleeper
we're
agent?
going to have this massive fight and she's going to confide in her guy
It
best
could be
friend?
that, or it could be like it's the end. We both know it's the end, and oh shit, who's been there for 5 years?
But what does it matter if it's the end?
I understand, but that's what I'm saying. It's not jealousy. It's the worry where
I
you're
don't-
just like,
that
fuck.
sounds like a...
You okay, bud?
Nah.
Yo,
just
she's
saying,
gonna
I'm-
fuck whoever she wants once you guys are broken
Yeah,
up, bro.
man.
That
No,
will
no,
never
for
change.
100%. But you're trying to avoid all the fucking number one picks.
No,
Keep
dude.
in mind, who did she sleep with? When did she first sleep with Billy Crystal at this point? When she was crying over a breakup. I think that's to his point.
Yeah, those
Hey,
are all the
So
worries.
It
Let
just
me-
happened.
But the sexual attraction, to his and his
100%,
defense, the
yes.
sexual attraction was always there.
It was always there.
But it doesn't have to be.
I think.
Like,
yeah,
hey,
That's
Let me-
contradictory
like-
to your point.
let me
even if
speak.
they
No,
were-
the unattractive or attractive?
No.
Let me speak.
The sexual tension.
The sexual
more time
tension
than
doesn't
all.
have to be there until like you're
Let me
gone.
speak.
That's the worry. That's why it's not jealousy. It's the worry.
Let me put it in terms you'll understand.
Oh gosh.
Trim it up for me.
All right. When you're the first stringer, are you looking at the draft picks for next year? No, you're playing the game.
Nope.
No, I'm keeping an eye on the.
100%.
Fuck.
You're keeping an eye on the guy that's
You're
going to replace you?
100%.
You're retired at
I
that
gotta do
point.
some scouting. You know?
Dear God.
No, you're not focusing on who's next.
Now it does
Let
not-
us know in the comments what you think. Can guys and girls be friends without the stigma of sexual tension?
Yeah, Meg. What's wrong?
You guys
Hey,
think?
call
somebody
me back.
seems a little insecure now.
I think this is where we end the podcast. I think this is where kind of this conversation goes. No, but listen, I think again the greatest cinema sparks conversation.
Ooh,
I'm sparked.
I like it.
You're sparky. You're not.
Damn, that went longer than I
You
thought.
a dog. You a perrito in training.
Arf.
Arf, arf. No, it's very interesting, but yeah. So I'd like to leave it there. I think
Yeah.
you let us know if this is a principle where
And should
Yeah.
she have been called Harry instead of Sal?
Hey,
she should have been called Harry instead of Sal.
comment down below if I should be worried about him. That's all I want to
do
know.
you know what people need to worry about? Is shark fact number 75.
Shark fact number 75 is that sharks don't date, they eat, okay?
Oh,
There's
like a
no
black
love
widow.
in
A
the
lesson in
relationship.
life too. If you eat, you won't have to date,
Ooh.
or your
if you
dates will
get
go better.
married-
I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to go with.
Yeah, I was
It's
trying,
just,
to, trying to figure it out in my head.
I love that you brought back shark facts. Did we start that this year?
Shark
With
sharks
Jaws?
do
Gonna
not.
have bones? What?
Rick, you weren't here, but during the entire Jaws episode, every couple minutes I would interrupt him and just point at the doll and be like,
Most sharks have
"Shark
good
fact."
eyesight.
He went up to like 17 or something.
I know that, like, we didn't plan this out, but this is our last episode of 2025.
What do you mean we didn't plan this out?
No, like we didn't plan out what I'm about to say next.
Oh,
What was your favorite episode this year? What was your favorite movie of this year that we
man,
covered on the
that's interesting.
podcast?
I don't know.
Okay, thank you for tuning in. I'll see you next.
I'll say this: the last
You have an answer?
maybe 4 episodes have been pretty fun.
Excellent.
Really?
These holiday
Christmas?
episodes?
Yeah, these holiday episodes have been pretty
Mine's Breathless.
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 Changed your life?
It changed every way I think of filmmaking right now. And it was just through watching the film, not even through watching Novo Vog. So Breathless. My second runner-up is gonna be Born to Kill.
Oh man,
Oh, with the Chuckster?
Yeah, with the Chuckster. That was
that was a great
just,
episode.
Yeah.
yeah. Foreign Month I think was a big highlight. For
You know
me.
what
I
we should
really-
do? We should do what 90s sitcoms would do and do a greatest hits episode.
Dude, I
where we
rewatched-
just talk about
Dude, I
and then you
rewatched-
cut. To
I rewatched Seinfeld recently, and like the 100th episode thing came over. I always skip it.
I mean, that's just like a normal thing, right? We should do that for the 200th episode. No,
Just reminisce.
This is the last episode of the year, and we're very happy that we did this. We're very happy that we did When Harry Met Sally, and again, very unfortunate timing with the death of Rob
Yes.
Reiner, and we will continue to discuss his cinema because it's important. And so, like Rick and I were talking earlier about this is Spinal Tap and how it influenced, basically created the mockumentary. When Harry Met Sally influenced and basically created the rom-com in a sense. I wouldn't say created, but it definitely influenced the rom-com. Was the standard, if you will.
Would you almost say that Rob Reiner's
Yeah.
influence on cinema didn't just go up to 10? It went up to 11.
It really did go up to 11.
nice.
Wait, but why
That
don't
was
you
nice.
make like
Right.
10 just a higher
Because he
rating?
makes them go up to 11.
Aw.
I already got them because when I tell you, you prepare yourself.
He already got them. I saw him get them. Anyways, yeah, no, this is like Rob Reiner cinema is just crucial, and you should go watch anytime you want to feel better. Period.
I don't wanna feel
except
better.
Stand By Me. Don't watch Stand By Me. Don't make you cry. But you know, if you watch When Harry Met Sally, The Princess Bride, This is Spinal Tap, you'll just feel better.
Yeah.
It's cinema that's good and will make you feel better.
Give
Spinal-
us your favorite line from Princess Bride.
You fool! You fell for what is it? Fell for my classic blunder. Love it. Hey, you didn't answer my question.
What question? About the favorite episode?
Favorite episode this year? Or
I
favorite moment
don't-
this year?
I love the tour series that we did.
Our tour series was great.
With Paul Thomas Anderson being
No,
the
just every single
All
one.
of them are pretty
Every
good.
all tour. We did Scorsese, PTA, we did
No.
Wes
Nolan,
Anderson.
Nolan,
we
Wes
did Wes
Anderson.
Anderson.
You know which one really stuck with me? The one with the mice
Wes Anderson.
on the bottom and the what was it? The bears up top?
the animated film.
The animated film. Which one was it?
Oh, that was
Harold and Maude.
no,
No.
it was
Meet
but
Harry and
close.
Sally.
No, oh my goodness, Ernest and Celestine.
Ernest and Celestine.
Wow,
That was
really?
Wait,
like
yeah,
that
we
that
one?
did
stuck with
anime
me.
was this month or animation
Animated.
was this month?
This
year?
year.
This year?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did an animation month this year.
Oh, that's right. It was like
Zach
in
Castro
February.
was on
Yeah.
for that.
I
month.
really dig
Yeah.
that film. It really
Yeah.
stuck with me.
I'll say also on the Tower Cast front, we had Kevin Smith. Great episode.
We had Lloyd.
course,
We had
right.
Uncle Lloyd.
We had Lloyd, Uncle Lloyd, Lloyd Kaufman,
had John Waters.
John Waters. Yeah, man. It was
Yeah,
we had Tommy and Justin.
from
It was a
One
busy
Bottle.
year with Towercast.
Yeah, we had a great year.
And also, like, all that directly affected the El Paso Film Fest, which is crazy.
Yeah.
True.
This was a crazy year for
Our podcast.
Tower X Film.
You can only expect
Yeah,
the best.
very
next
happy
year.
with
Oh my
the
God,
results.
Tower X is next year.
And we should say, yeah, the last thing we'd like to comment on is that we've been having extensive conversations about what next year looks like. We're very happy to announce that next year is Tower's 10th anniversary.
And final episode of the podcast.
No, what the
Sorry,
fuck?
guys.
Never.
Please. You're embarrassing me.
Get the janitor out of here.
Hey, man, you didn't finish cleaning table one. No, but it's our 10th anniversary, and we want to celebrate with you guys all year. We're going to be gearing up for our 200th episode sometime in the summer of 2026. We're going to do something really special. I can't announce it yet.
What's it going to be?
There's details coming.
Hey, dipshit, shut the fuck up.
We're working on it
in
from
all
right now.
seriousness, there's really cool stuff coming.
Yeah.
We're planning some really cool stuff for next year. Not just with like the months as we usually try to plan out, but just to celebrate our 10th anniversary of the company and what we're trying to do with cinema and how much we celebrate cinema. And we want you guys to join us for all of that. So please make sure to like, subscribe, let people know about the podcast, let people know what we're up to, and come talk cinema with us, man. We love to see you guys engage. one of the last comments we got was somebody said about the Christmas episode. I was like, man, I'm all excited to see these guys talk about Polar Express. And then I just get like trauma dumped from others.
Everybody wanted to know. It's
So
good here.
we love engaging with you guys. Let us know, please, how you guys feel about what we should do next year. January, as per usual, is our request month. We're going to kick off with some audience requests from you guys.
It's
So
not
that's
too
very
late
exciting.
to still put in a request.
Yeah. Let us know. Send in your requests. Let us know what you guys want us to cover.
Can we at least tease our special guest for January?
Well, we technically have two, I guess.
We do have to.
Can we tease him?
Yeah. My lovely wife will be coming to do her birthday episode with us for request month.
Why did you?
You gotta laugh, Sandra.
What's wrong with you?
What?
And
Why did you make that noise?
well, this is confirmed. He's very
I'll say,
excited.
aw.
We just bumped into him. He's very excited. We're going to have the great Grizz.
The Grizzler.
The Grizzler from 93.1 Kiss
this
FM.
guy's always a joy
Our
when he
fellow
comes.
friend and cinephile.
Grizzly with
He
the Grizzler.
requested, as if you caught him in the last episode he was on for Death Proof,
Which
he
one?
requested for us to talk about Speed Racer.
Oh yeah,
I just
he's
saw
been
him.
And we're gonna do it. We're
Really
gonna do it
excited
January.
about
I
that.
can't be wrong, but I think Kiss said that's like his favorite film.
It is. It
Yes.
is. He's,
I-
well,
Speed
I
Racer.
think one of us.
I was talking to him last night for Storycraft, and he says, "Hey, you know what I've been doing all day and all night? Thinking about that episode of like Speed Racer." So
We love you,
He's
Chris.
extremely amped, and he's like, and just he loves hanging out with us and talking with us.
It's gonna be great. We have again. That's just January, man. We have so many exciting Oscars episodes coming. So many like we want to flip it around and do things that you wouldn't expect us to do in the sense of like what categories we're gonna pick for every month. and stuff like
Do
that.
we want to tease any of them?
I mean, I remember
Gason.
We have like hood comedies,
hood comedies are coming up.
Indie Darling,
Indie Darlings,
Religious Month, and we're going to bring
Religious
back
Month.
3 picks next year.
We're gonna do free picks, more free
Gason.
picks. Instead of all tour months, we're gonna do some free picks. So everybody kind of gets just randomly. We'll pick a film and we'll go that way. So
Comment.
let
we
us know what
might
you
do
guys think.
Thanksgiving week.
Poetry Geist,
Gason.
gay cinema. We can do gay cinema. You guys want us to do gay cinema? We do gay
Throwback.
cinema.
There's a couple good ones out there.
A couple. There's so many good ones. Jeez. Anyway, let us know what you think. We want to thank you one more time for riding with us for this year. Getting our podcast up to the top 25% of podcasts on Spotify. Crazy, man. The video portion. You guys are loving the video portion, so we'll continue to do this. Like we're the top 25% of video podcasts, by the way. Like people love it on Spotify. That's just Spotify, YouTube, everything. Wherever you're listening, we value you. We appreciate you. We thank you so much. And continue to ride this ride with us as we jump into our 10th anniversary of Tower and all the great and exciting things we're going to do next year.
And Shark Fact number 76.
We do this for you, not for the sharks.
I love it.
They can't watch cinema. Be grateful. Last one for the year. We thank you for tuning into the Watchtower Film Podcast. We love you. Good night, everybody.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Don't get blacked out drunk.
Only it's not $3,000.
Rest in peace, Ryan.